The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
We're about 6 minutes away from Q101 Fest. Your chance to go see Pearl Jam, Queens of the Stone Age, The Offspring. A lot happening there. But first, we have to pour one out again. It's sad when these things happen. We have to do this. For another Chicago icon, this relates to the rat hole that was removed by the city, and they confiscated it. Apparently, it's that slab of concrete they own, and Riot Fest wants to buy it. Speaking of giving you Riot Fest tickets in about 5 minutes, but they offered $5,000 to the city for the rat hole concrete, and they will present it up at Riot Fest. Great deal for the city. Way to make money instead of spend it.
No kidding.
How about doing that instead of just keeping it in some kind of warehouse like in Raiders of the Lost Ark?
Or getting rid of it. It's worth money.
I'm surprised they kept it. They know they kept it because someone will give them money. Maybe they don't think $5,000 is enough. But another one, we're pouring one out
What do you
for.
think it's worth?
Well, I think someone else would pay more, but Riot Fest was the first ones to say it, and they deserve it. They are Chicago. Imagine that out there in the field when Slayer's playing, seeing the rat hole.
Yeah.
And a piece of concrete.
Don't we technically own it as the people? Because paved sidewalks come from our taxes.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So we should be able to vote who gets it.
Or at least all of us should be able to check it out, like a library card or a book at the library. We can take out the rat hole for the weekend.
It's a whole of the people.
Yeah. Well, another thing's gone, Chicago icon. The Palatine snow pile has officially melted.
Oh, finally.
Finally. This was right over by our friends at Dirty Nelly's, up that bar on North Smith Street. So people have followed this snow pile that would not melt. You ever see that in those parking lots? There's always some kind of black.
Like June, and it's like, okay, the nasty snow.
It looks like coal,
Yeah.
kind of thing at that point. Well, it's finally gone. And a resident posted this on Facebook nearby that in downtown Palatine, there stood a testament to tenacity, a snow pile that defied the thawing warmth of spring. What began as a mundane, brought forth from plows, evolved into a symbol of resilience. They have a sign by it. It's this little piece of grass where there was the mountain of snow against the building. And it's finally completely melted, and people are putting roses by it up in Palatine. Maybe,
Okay.
if you're in the area, maybe you know about it. But
That seems a bit unnecessary.
hey, tribute to the snow pile. The Palatine snow pile is gone, and we here at Brian and Kenzie are sending thoughts and prayers to the families of this snow pile.
Who do you think is related to a snow pile?
I don't know. God's in the sky.
God's in the sky.
Maybe he's
That's a
really-
bit aggressive.
Maybe it's the grandfather's snow pile.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. Either way, goodbye, snow pile.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Bonjour. Bonjour.
Now is your chance to win a trip to see Sum 41 in Paris, France. Message and data rates apply. Please don't text and drive.
Q101.
Not only in Paris, but at a sold-out show there, 40,000 people at La Défense Arena. La Défense Arena.
La défense.
La Défense.
You're saying too many words. In French, you just got to skip over letters.
So how
La
you do
défense.
it? I took French 3.5 years.
La défense. You got to skip over la croissant.
You have to whisper it.
Croissant.
La Défense.
La défense.
French people are weird.
Okay, that's not true.
I don't think.
Just because they're different than you, Brian.
No, if there's a French listener out there, I want to hear him call up and say if they've ever been to that La Défense Arena.
If we have a French listener, they're not going to be anymore.
No,
Because of your insults.
It wasn't that bad. Anyway, if you want to go see Sum 41 in Paris, text in STILL to 95819. So this national keyword STILL, as in still waiting, STILL to 95819. And that is not our usual text number, so make sure you do it. 95819, text STILL. You get 3-night hotel stay, round-trip air, 2 tickets, $500 in spending cash to go see Sum 41 in Paris with Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. We're going to go back a couple hours in the show here. We've had some people calling in and talking about it and texting us of what happened earlier when I played a piece of audio that I was holding on to for a week and debating whether I should play it or not. So this is what happened earlier today around 7 o'clock with Brian and Kenzie on Q101, and enjoy. Brian and Kenzie on Q101. I've been dying to play this audio in case the producer talked me out of it. And Kenzie did too. But I'm gonna veto that right now and play this. Now, I want to make this clear.
Typical man. He just does whatever he wants.
That's right.
Right. Make all the decisions.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool though in the world, right? Yeah.
Dude, it's awesome. I feel bad for everybody that can't.
Oh, so
He's like,
here's,
thanks for coming today, Kenzie, but you're a woman.
That was not said at all. That was not said. But
This is a daily reminder.
well, here's the thing. Here's why this audio is complicated. Because it's a guy that filmed himself in a paraglider, and he's excited, and then he crashes, and he almost dies. But he calls 911. I think the whole 1 minute and 12 seconds of audio, I've listened to this thing way too many times in the last 5 days. And
I've never heard it, so I'm excited. This is a blind reaction.
That's what I want. I want the listeners out there, I think they deserve to hear this and judge for themselves. I want to make it clear. There's going to be laughing in here. I'm not laughing at this guy almost dying in his paraglider because it's sad. He hurt himself. He lived. Okay, he lived. But it just kind of goes a little bit about our society where we have to film everything to show how awesome you are, and then it went wrong, and that's what happened in this audio. Here we go.
Oh, man. 48 miles per hour. Come on, baby. Oh. Hey, Siri, call 911.
So he crashes. Okay. Okay, you got.
Okay, hear me out. This would be a great iPhone commercial.
1,000%.
I like, oh my gosh, you can't use your hand.
1,000%.
Because he very calmly after that goes, hey, Siri.
I mean, you should see the crash. He's flying, like you said. He's happy he went 45 miles an hour.
We heard that.
The thing then all of a sudden gets all tangled. He crashes. Again, he lived. I want to make that very clear. But instantly, like Kenzie's point, hey, Siri, call 911. So we'll get back to that part right there again, and we'll continue the audio.
Siri, call 911. Hey, Siri, call 911. Call 911. Emergency.
It sounds like he's faking it. He's not. He's really hurt.
It doesn't sound like he's faking.
To me,
What part of that sounds like he's faking it?
He's
Also, the more of the audio played, it shouldn't be a commercial for iPhone. Siri, it's not working.
Well, because he was going, Siri, call 911. Siri, call 911.
Siri, you know he wanted to be like, you stupid bitch.
Why don't you ever listen to me? So it continues. Siri's still not working on calling that 911 anytime
That's
soon.
the sound I make when I have a tummy ache.
You guys are so mean.
Aren't you glad I played it? We're not even to the good part yet. Here we go.
Help!
911 emergency.
Help me, please. I crashed my flying machine.
Was it Back to the Future?
Okay. You guys are...
I crashed my flying machine.
At that point, I'd hang up. I'd be like, another prankster calling 911.
How dare you, sir? We have real emergencies out there.
No, you crashed your flying machine? Yeah, me too.
Oh, my God. Holy cow. I can't breathe right now.
You're actually crying. You're so evil. This man is dying.
I'm not a good person right now. I understand that. I know I'm not good.
We're the Tree of Trust. We're good people 99% of the
We're not
time.
the Tree of Trust. We are live on the radio.
I understand, but all of us...
I yelled at every day for what I say.
All of us-
every day.
All of us together are in this. Like, Chiamaka just texted, I crashed my flying machine. He tells the 911 operator.
911 emergency.
Help me, please. I crashed my flying machine.
Okay, where are you at? So do you know where you're at?
I'm in Enchanted Hills. I'm in the desert. Oh,
Okay, what was it that you crashed?
And you know she like gathered people around. She's like, yo, you got to hear this. Hey, yo, Bill, check this out.
Oh, wait. I have to hear what he says back.
Okay. Yeah, bring up Ted from accounting. He's got to hear this. All right, here we go.
Okay, what was it that you crashed?
a paramotor.
Let me get you transferred real quick. Give me 1 second, okay?
Okay.
Hang up.
That's the end of the audio.
First of all,
Okay.
two things. One, now I understand. What did he call it the second time?
A flying machine. Oh, wait.
No, the second time was a what?
A paramotor.
A paramotor.
A paramotor?
Wait, you like Paramore? I like Paramore, too.
No wonder he said flying machine, because I don't want to break down what this is. It flies.
It is
Okay, so I understand it's the description of it, so I understand where he's coming from. Also, if it flies in the air, is it a different department?
She did transfer him.
She's like, oh, sorry, I only do cars.
You know she put him on hold and started dying.
That's like, why is there different departments for emergencies?
She probably dialed in like the drug cops. Is like, hey, we've got a guy tweaking over here. He broke his flying machine.
Oh my God.
Aren't you guys glad I played it now?
You know what, Brian? Great executive decision.
Oh, God.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Lauren's coming in just a few minutes away, so stick around. Take it through this glorious Wednesday. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101 with your takeaways. So 312-591-8300. You text them in. Memorable moments from today's show. Case, what do you got?
Alan from Plainfield checked in. I love this takeaway. He said, if I had to guess what Brian was banned from and Kenzie could do in multiple positions, laser tag would have not been my first guess.
That's fair.
You got banned from laser tag for assaulting an 8-year-old, if I remember
There
correctly.
was no assault. This was in Morton Grove.
And then we hired him.
Yeah. No, there was.
We gotta get this guy's got some buzz right now.
Hold on. Let's slow down. There was no assault. I just dominated in laser tag. And this poor girl that was in the room with me had a broken arm, and I targeted her to get more points to beat my nephews.
Ball don't lie, basically, is what you're saying.
That's what happened. And I stand by my score in that, by the way, and the banning of that laser tag in Morton Grove is offensive to me, and I should be allowed,
You're offended.
allowed back in. I should be allowed back into the place. Anyway, now let's move forward that the facts have been stated properly. Kenzie.
Omar's takeaway is Brian always shoots for the small hole.
Oh. Heard that about you.
Lesson I can pass on to the youth of America, those kids out there.
That's not my strategy during that game, but it's fine.
And finally, a takeaway that came through from a lot of you just from moments ago. I crashed my flying machine.
911 emergency.
Help me, please. I crashed my flying machine.
Again, I don't feel good about myself,
No, you shouldn't.
but I'm sorry. It's the funniest thing ever.
Oh, no.
Case, if people want to go back and relive any moments on the show today and understand some of these takeaways, well, how do they do that?
That is on the Brian and Kenzie podcast. Listen to that. Share it around. That is some of the funniest audio we've ever played. It was labeled as such in the Brian and Kenzie podcast. It's our 7 a.m. upload today. Titled, This is some of the funniest audio we've ever played. Share it with people. Share it around. That is the best. Also on this show today, we learned that if you do one thing, if you take one piece of new technology, you'll never have another awkward moment in bed. And also, Kenzie is a proud Lance Armstrong defender. All that and more Brian and
Damn
Kenzie
straight.
podcast today.
Haters.
Go find it, Q101.com, Spotify, Apple, wherever.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.